coaches just understood that it's easier to charge more than charge less, the industry would look wildly different. More coaches would make more money and more clients would make better results.
100%. So today we are podcast episode number 37 and we'll talk about...
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Yeah, it is. No, and we are going to dig into ultra low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, ultra high ticket. What should I be selling? What is a great price point for me in my business? And yeah, how do I decide? And you see, the funny thing here is we just came home because we had a lunch together with one of our top 1% clients today. She's from Germany and she just came to Sweden and we were hanging out. And this is a person who, when we met her 6 months ago, she started in a program. She was selling a 997 euro program.
Yeah.
You remember that? And I asked her at that time, so what about your pricing? What's your thoughts about your pricing? Because she had that program and then she had another program. I think it was about a 4,000, almost 4,000. Not really. It was almost 3,000. That's where it was. And then she had a third one and a fourth one.
Which isn't uncommon. It's a very natural outcome to end up with several, like a lot of different programs.
Yeah.
If you approach your business with, we do not touch anything that is ultra low ticket.
No, that's marketing.
Everything below 1,000 euros is something that you sell for marketing purposes.
Yeah.
And that might be confusing to some, might be provoking to some other.
She answered me. The reason of her pricing was that she hadn't had new clients coming in for a while. So she lowered her pricing, the price points to make sure that people would actually buy to get more clients.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem. A lot of coaches believe that it's easier to sell low ticket or even ultra low ticket. And can we just start by defining?
Yeah. So ultra low ticket, we define everything below 1,000 euros.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter the duration of it. It's just the price point.
Yeah.
Below 1,000 euros, ultra low ticket. Low ticket is between 1,000 and 5,000 euros. Usually our clients is between 2,500 and 3,500 euros. You can go a bit higher if you have an industry that has more purchasing power. Yeah. Above 5,000, we have mid-ticket that stretches 10,000. We could argue that mid-ticket stretches closer to 13,010, but let's call it 10,000 euros. Above 10,000 euros is high-ticket program, and above 30,000 euros is ultra high-ticket program. When it comes to ultra low ticket, ultra high ticket, we're going to speak a little bit about ultra low ticket, but ultra high ticket, let's put it in a box and focus on the other three core: low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket.
I do want to touch the ultra low because there is
I
definitely a lot of people.
Of course.
You know what's annoying to me? I have my glasses. This is a reading glasses due to my age and stuff.
Yes, she's super old. Don't
this is
ever
my
forget
reading
it.
glasses. And it's so annoying because when I'm looking at you, it's not that clear, but I can read what I have here. If I'm taking them on and off, it's just, you probably know where I'm at if you're a woman my age. But
your glasses benefits my face as well, so we're safe. Keep them on.
Because I think there's some commonalities about like the reason for why people make the decisions. I think it's always so interesting to ask when someone's telling you their price point and what they're doing. I love asking them, so what's the thinking behind it? What's the reason for you choosing this price point? And I would say 8 out of 10 times, it's about, I think it's easier to sell.
Yeah.
Or I want to help more people.
Yeah.
I believe that I'll get more clients if it's cheaper.
Yeah, completely incorrect. So, but it also depends on the business level. So let's take someone that is of a really, really high influence, Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
When he sends an email selling something that is ultra low ticket, he gets a decent amount of people buying the stuff.
Yeah.
When we see people who are not as big, but still big, we can talk about Russell Branson, we can talk about Grant Cardone, we can talk about the big names in the coaching industry. When you see them doing it, I promise you that it's for marketing purposes. But it means that out there, logically, I understand why people ends up there for two reasons. Number one, we see a lot of cheap products being sold.
Yeah.
We see a lot of cheap programs being pushed. But it's for marketing purpose, and we completely miss that. Logically, we see it. That's something that seems to be working. I should do the same. Now, let's talk about that for a second as well. I should do the same. Now, the difference is if you have 500 people on an email list, if you have 200 people following you on social media, you will tap out the value of your following in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And it's going to
like
be very, very hard for you to continue to sell something to them after they've bought something for a couple of €100.
Yeah.
Because you don't have volume top of funnel
Nope.
to keep feeding that offer to more eyes.
Yeah.
But again, it's for marketing purposes. The other part, so that was the first part, the logical part. I see it out there. It exists. Other people are doing it. It seems to be working. I should do the same. Logical. Got it. It doesn't work. Don't do it. I get why people end up there. The other part is the emotional.
Yeah.
You know, owning up to, if I charge them €5,000 compared with €500, I'm 10 times less responsible for the outcomes that they are going to get. The problem is the client isn't viewing you that way.
No.
So the client will never feel or believe you're not as responsible. They are going to hold you responsible. That emotional thing is very interesting because they believe that I can own up to charging my clients €500. Yeah. So cool. If you can own up to that, then my suggestion as a coach for businesses, for coaches specifically, is to step up and then own more and just charge more. You're going to see that your clients get better results because they are more invested. I've said that 1,000 times in this podcast, I believe, but it's so important to realize if they invest €500, they're going to hold you equally responsible as if they paid €5,000, but they are going to be invested differently. Their emotional connection to €500 compared to their emotional connection to €5,000 is always 10 times less. So you're going to get better client results, you're going to get less admin, and you're going to have a better time working with people who are actually invested in doing something real for themselves. Now, there is one more thing, and you could talk about it because I know that this is one of your kind of main subjects. So I would love you to elaborate and dig down into it, because the other thing with people investing a small amount, like €500, is that it isn't sustainable business-wise.
I understand that a lot of people who are selling, they call it like either you sell it low ticket, but then they have the reason for selling it low ticket. Yeah, but it's every month. Like it's 29 years or 49 years or 99 years monthly. Yeah, I understand that. It's a monthly thing. If you're selling it where it's like you can make a decision every month if you want to continue or not. First of all, if it's ultra low, we're down below 30 a month, there might be a couple of months before they recognize that they had this, if their card is paying for something, because as you said, they have not emotionally connected to it. They bought it, but it's not important enough for them to show up and implement. And when people do not show up and implement, they do not get a result, which means that in a month or two, when they recognize, I'm not getting any result, I'm really not getting anything out of that. Or they just are a normal human being, which means they have shiny objects. Their interest is caught up by something else because it was easy to buy your cheap thing.
It's an impulse ad.
It's an impulse.
Or it's an impulse action based on an ad. So they felt something, they bought it. And
when they bought it, and now someone else is showing them something, and this mentality is like, oh, there was something else. They lost interest. Yeah. And now they're off, which means that you need every month to keep proving to them,
nurturing them,
selling them again the next month, which is exhausting. You're not getting paid for it because they're paying too little for you to do all of that work.
The other part of why it doesn't work business-wise is because let's say that you have 5,000 followers. So you have a decent following.
Yeah.
If you don't have a good enough price point, you can't afford to take sales calls. Nope. You can't afford to hire a team to do the connection pieces that happens before the sale, which means that you need to heavily invest your time into making sure that they connect with your business. Yeah. And those 5,000 people, without a sales call, without anything else, without any added resources, you're going to spend all your time in marketing and sales, and you're going to get, if you're lucky, 1% out of those 5,000. Yeah.
When you're selling ultra low, the best way for you to convert is always having a personal dialogue with someone to help them make a purchase. You can't afford that when it's so low because you'll pay for getting clients because of your time. So the only way you can do it...
And how will you be able to measure that? Yeah, you'll be hungry by the end of the week because you can't afford food. So when you're in that place, you know that something is wrong.
Yeah, there's something not working here. Which means that they need to be automized. You need to have an automized business to do that. And who wants an automized business? I would reckon, like most people who listen to this, it sounds amazing. Yeah. Yes, but the thing is, for you to get an automized business, there's a long runway of testing. And the way you can test at this point is if you do not have already 10,000 plus followers, well, you need to get in front of someone. You need to test with a huge audience, which means you need to add a lot of ad spend into testing before it starts working. And you need to put a lot of money into testing different funnels to how to get them through. How long is the run rate from them coming into your email list until they will be ready to buy? And that can take a year to get through, and probably spending about, I would say you probably, before you start getting the funnel to work, you probably have a cost about 10, 15, 20,000 euros before you get that really to work. If you look at these really ultra low ticket, when is a good idea to do those?
So looking at our business, we've used them for events. I think it's really good to get qualified people to register to an event that we're doing, because it means that they've paid something, which means that we know that they're going to show up. So if we're looking at people like Russell Branson or like Grant Cardone, what they usually do is that they are coming up with a bundle and they're hyping it up. I'm selling out all my value. It's a 97% discount. So you're getting thousands and thousands of euros in terms of value for only 99 euros. So what they are doing is that they are taking the market and they're dividing the market into people who are looking for free stuff and kind of browsing around, and people who are ready to actually open up their wallets. So they're going to have a lot more qualified leads from every one of those who are spending 99 euros. Again, marketing. When should you do that?
When you have a massive volume.
Well, sure. But even then, if it isn't for marketing purposes, I don't like it, because all the evidence speaks against that they're going to get actual results out of it. And to me as a coach, the reason why I became a coach is because I want to breed fantastic, extraordinary results in my clients' lives. Us two together, we've helped coaches go from zero, brand new in their coaching business, into creating millions of euros into their coaching businesses. And we have done that because they have been all in with us for a period of time. The fastest one did it in 9 months, 0 to 1.6 million. How could that happen? Because she was all in.
So that takes us to the next thing. And as you said, most coaches we work with, coaches who are just starting up, are priced low ticket, somewhere between 1 and 5K.
If we are looking at that, selling a low ticket thing for, let's say, 2,500 to 100 people, that's a decent amount of income for you as a coach. But everything that you've opened up for yourself in your coaching career because of that work is where you make the profit. The real profit. That's where we're building lifestyle. Because the people who have invested, let's say 100 people invest 2,500 with you, and then they spend half a year, 3 months, whatever the length of your program, they are going to graduate the program with different results. When they graduate, a decent amount of them are going to be hungry for more. Let's say 25%. They're going to be hungry for more, which means that if you put on your thinking glasses or your thinking hat, you could figure out what is the common denominator of all of those graduating. What would they like if I worked with them for another 6 months, a year? And what if I actually sold them that? And then you had 30% of the 100 people, which is 30 people, paying you 10,000 euros, 15,000 euros.
Even if you have this as a group program, meaning that you work in delivery maybe 2 hours a week in a low ticket, you'll have a great business. But you will not be able to scale that business.
No.
And when I say scale that business, well, it will take you to 100,000 a year, maybe even 200,000 a year. But if you want to do 500,000, 1 million and above a year, it's going to be hard work doing that with just the low ticket offer. This is where we need to start looking into growing to next, either mid ticket or high ticket.
If you look at yourself as a coach, the skill sets that you have, if you just allow that skill set to be 100% devoted to the people who invest in your coaching, they are all capable to get the similar results that you have or graduate the program with excellent outcomes. I am so devoted and so committed to the people that work with me. I want their outcomes to a degree that if I don't want it as much, I want it more, never less. And I know with far more certainty that they can outgrow their wildest thoughts. of what they can create.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think a big fear of starting going to high ticket is like there's several things, but you said it before that I'm afraid I won't be enough. I won't be good enough, or they'll be disappointed because they pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to work harder. Let's take the last one first. People who pay more don't want to waste their time hanging out with you more than they need to.
No.
These people have a completely different mentality.
Yeah.
They want to get the results. They want to be efficient.
And it's not different people.
No.
It's different amounts of money. When they spend 2K, they can have a nice time. It's not the end of the world. But when we're talking 20K, they can't afford it anymore, which means that they're not bouncing around or having a cozy time anymore.
The easiest way to get from selling low ticket to selling high ticket is step by step. You don't need to go from low ticket to a very high ticket. You keep raising the price as you get more and more confident in what you're doing. And how can you make sure your clients get quick wins, easier wins, faster wins?
Yeah.
That's what you want to solve. And with the way we speak about it, I think there's some people who are saying, yeah, it's so easy for you because you're doing it. Yeah, but we didn't from the beginning. We also started selling 3K offer, and then we started selling the high ticket, like one-on-one for, I think the first price point was about 7K. And today we have offers at 24K. We even have a 50K offer today.
Yeah.
So we do have different offers today, depending on how fast do you want to have what, where you're at, and what's the best fit for you. We just spoke to our client today. She was selling a 997 offer in February. Now we are 6 months later. The same offer today is 3,500.
Yeah.
The same offer. It's not that they are getting a whole lot more, but she's way more confident in it. Offer is better. The packaging is better. So when you are holding yourself back from selling, adding the price, higher price point to your coaching, it is often because your offer sucks and you don't trust your own offer. It's not really good offer.
No.
Or it's because that you don't have a clear signature program. You're not clear. You're not having the clarity about what is the process that is guarantee client results.
Yeah.
Because that's where the confidence comes from. Julia here, she changed her price literally in the first week.
Yeah.
Like triple her price in the first week.
And she
just
said,
by doing this.
Yeah, and she said that I had to spend a couple of hours to figure out, okay, what needs to be different. And then she went it over in her head. She went down into feeling like, okay, cool. Is this reasonable? Yep, it's more than reasonable.
Yeah.
Nice, done.
Yeah.
So if you're here right now listening to this, leave a comment. What is preventing you right now from raising your prices the way Julia did?
Yeah. Take this video, pause it right now, and raise your price 10% right now. When you wake up in the morning, you have a new price point. It's just 10% more. It's so little. No one will ever argue with you about a 10% raise in your price. What happens to you is it's not a big number. It's a small number. So you're training the brain to get comfortable. You need to have the confidence to sell at a higher price point. You need to know that you can deliver.
What is it that we're really talking about? We're talking about your opportunity to build a fantastic thing for both you and your clients. And it's not going to become fantastic for any of you unless both of you gets it, which means your clients and you.
Yeah.
If your clients gets amazing results, but you don't, it's not going to work.
No.
If you get amazing results and your client doesn't, it's not going to work. So the price point needs to be high enough for you to feel that it's high enough. They need to be invested. So looking at the results that they get from your coaching, compare it to what if someone you looked up to sold it? What would it then be worth? Or if you went into the grocery store and you could actually buy it on the shelf, what do you believe it should be priced as? As a magic kind of can, a magic tomato soup that you bought, you drank it, and you got the outcome that your coaching helped people get. How much would that tomato soup be worth? Even if you raise your price to 5K, the results that you create are still way more important, way more valuable. And we're talking about helping people to create a real change, and they will never do that unless they're invested in it. So get yourself out of the equation long enough for you to see the real value of how do I run this business, not just sustainable, but in a way that breeds better and better and better results for everyone involved.
So for the person who's sitting here and saying, yeah, you're all about the money and I want to help more people, I want to make it affordable, all I can see on your body language.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's good. That's just good. What would you say to that person?
I've heard this 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I'm just in it for the money. It's not even insulting. It's just so far away from the truth. I don't have anything left in my nervous system or my body to respond to it.
No.
Where I come from,
Yeah.
I don't care about the money. The money is what I'm going to have no matter what, because I know this is what 16 years of business has taught me. I need to take care of my business first. So I need to make sure that I have a calculation to make sure that my business holds up.
I really want to just empathize. What we do as coaches is making sure our clients are winning, but we need to be sustainable as a business. Otherwise, we're not be able to work with clients. We're not going to be able to help clients. So make sure your clients win even more than you winning, but don't let yourself down and your business down by not making money. We made a Millionaire Multiplier Method. It is a way for you to see what happens to your business when you grow in different levels, how you take your business from selling low ticket to selling high ticket, and what will happen in those stages. So we'll put a link down below for you to go and watch this free training.
Yeah, and use it. Use it. It's going to benefit you and everyone around you. With that said, guys, thank you. Make sure that you leave a subscription, leave a comment. Let us know what's your old price and what's your new price from just listening to this episode.
Yeah, we really want to see that.
Yeah,
so
that would be
below.
super cool.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in another episode very, very soon.
See
Take
you
care,
soon.
guys. Bye.